Again, there's no date just yet for the PTS, but we will. Yannick's told me, so it's going to happen. We're going to have a date next week.
Yeah.
So there'll be a date and more, and I imagine there'll be more information about how people get in there, who's going to be in those things, so that we can figure that out. Okay. So next week, more information on the PTS.
So if you are hype for the PTS and you want to know when it's coming out, so that you can play it or test it out, you will find out more information about it next week. Next week, they're going to talk about it on the next state of the game, I'm sure, and probably have some of the people who they fly out to talk about it. I would hope that they put some of the people on camera. Whoever wants to be on camera, they put them on. But next week.
Any update about Elite Task Force? How many people are chosen and who is chosen? We are in the process today of contacting the people that we have been selecting for this. We haven't reached out to everyone just yet, and there's obviously people who will still be asleep in various parts of the world, but we are doing that today. We can't really come out and tell you exactly who's been selected until we've talked to everyone.
But we are selecting a wide range of players.
Oh yeah,
different profiles.
So that's the cool thing you guys have helped us out with. So we Yannick basically gave a lot of stuff to you, just so you guys know. We want to get a wide range of profiles, like people who have played in groups, who haven't played in groups, who have played in the Dark Zone a lot, who haven't played in the Dark Zone a lot, people who have kind of experienced all different corners of it and have played it a lot.
So the Elite Task Force selection has been confirmed or done. They're done with that. If you were chosen, congratulations. I was not. To all the people who tried their best to support me and try to put my name to the forefront to get me over there, thank you very much. Sincerely, thank you guys very much. But I'm pretty sure most of us, if not all of us, knew that they definitely did not want my loud ass over there telling them things they already knew, apparently. And I'm sure that they did not want to hear a lot of the recommendations that I have said in my comments and, that you guys have brought up. I would love to have given them a lot of you guys' suggestions, but didn't make it. So, hey, if you want to write some stuff on the forums and give them some more of your ideas, then that's great. But I do plan on talking a little bit more about some of my ideas. And more than likely, I'll probably make, instead of Tom Clancy, it'll be Cons, The Division. It'll be a kind of continuation of the series that I had on how to make The Division more fun. I have already written up some ideas about supers. I wrote a tweet about that. I have like a five-page introduction and breakdown on supers, and there's a lot, and they all make sense to some degree. They all do different things, and they each have a counter in some way, and in more ways than one for quite a few of them. Then there's the other thing that I'm kind of going over and trying to put the finishing touches on, which would be the PvP aspect in the Dark Zone. I know a lot of people are talking about having 2 Dark Zones, one for PvE and one for PvP, but I actually have a really decent idea that I think would be quite interesting, and it would only require 1 Dark Zone. You wouldn't have to do 2 Dark Zones. But I give you a hint. Friendly fire. That's part of it. There's some other things that are going into the idea of PvP for the division, and friendly fire would be one of them. And yeah, there's some other things. I don't want to let everything out, but when that video comes, I hope you guys enjoy it.
Lag and performance is definitely one of the things you guys are
Yeah,
looking at.
it's one of the main focus.
But yeah, because I think with 1.4 we focus a lot on gameplay and features and these sorts of things and how that all works. But lag and performance we haven't really talked about that much, but that's been a big focus for you guys.
So the thing is, we have different teams, right? We have teams focusing on the engine of the game, teams focusing on the game design, team focusing on the UI. So all those people has been given different tasks of stuff to improve.
Yeah.
So obviously the team working on performance gonna focus on performance. So there's no conflict of priority between balancing and performance, for example. Both are being worked on.
Yeah.
So lag and performance are a huge part of the 1.4 patch. I'm really happy to hear that because lag has always been one of my least favorite kind of performance issues. Lag is not really a bug. It's just poor performance and poor optimization somewhere down the line. It could be a lack of servers. It could be just really horrible ping. It could be packet loss. I don't know what the issue for the lag in the division is exactly, but it's good to hear that lag is a major concern and it is being looked at. I doubt that it will be completely fixed just because people have different internet servers, internet speeds, and different locations. Unless they plan on putting up more servers, which I doubt since there are less players, we'd have to see. But it's good to know that lag is at the top of the list of things that they are looking into, and I'm happy to hear that because I completely hate menu lag. I hate all of that lag, shooting at enemies and just watching their health bar stay the same as you dump clip after clip after clip, and then finally they just fall over dead and you see like all these numbers in the same spot. Sick of that.
Someone was asking before, so I'm just trying to scroll up here. Is it going to be an arena? To that, I want to restate 1.4 doesn't add new content. There's not going to be new content in 1.4. There is a content update coming in survival, but new content for 1.4, no. There's going to be everything that you've seen so far. It'll be different and work differently and all these sorts of things, but it won't be new content. So there's not going to be a new incursion. There's not going to be new modes or arenas or that sort of thing. All right?
No, it's not all right. It's not all right at all. A second ago, they said that there was going to be news on new content for 1.4. Let me look at my notes real quick. Hold on one second. So this says more news about 1.4 content coming soon. They said that. I commented on that. Now they're saying there's no new content coming to 1.4. This is the reason why the community is so disjointed and upset. Because we're getting mixed information and we hear one thing, we get another. And a lot of this stuff is just say what you're doing. That's all we want. Just tell us what you're doing. And then we can make the decisions as adults whether we want to play, support, continue, or do other things with our lives. It's really quite frustrating to be told one thing and then have it changed. And, oh, by the way, I forgot to tell you. Oh, yeah, hey, we snuck this in. Oh, did we do that? Oh, sorry, Urkel. So there's no new content. Let's all just assume content-wise, which means guns, maps, raids, not raids, incursions, missions, the kind of strike things. I don't know. None of that is coming. The only thing you can look forward to with 1.4 are bug fixes, stability issue fixes, lag fixes, and a few tweaks here and there that they don't want to talk about.
I saw a question about the size of the PTS earlier. So the PTS will be the same as the full game, but it will be a different game in your library or something.
Okay.
So you can play both live and PTS separately.
Yeah, and it'll be through Uplay, I guess.
Yes,
Okay.
Uplay and,
So,
and
what's the whole Steam situation with the PTS?
yeah, we're working on it. We are
Okay.
working with Steam to make that possible.
Cool.
More info.
More info soon? All right.
So the PTS server is going, the download or the install for your game is going to be the same size as a full-size game. You're going to be able to play the entire game from beginning to end, but you can't save it because it's the PTS, right? So this is probably why they don't want to just give it out, because then that means people can play the game for free as much as they want in a test environment, and it's basically a demo. It'd be a full game demo is what the PTS could be for people who didn't pay for it. Now, if they said they would give PTS access to console players or to PC players who were season pass members, I don't see a problem with that. If you have paid for the season pass and you're a console player, you should be given access to this PTS server regardless. The season pass, what you get for it now, is completely worthless. You get a couple of gear set pieces and you get the DLCs. Great, that's fine, but the DLCs so far, the Underground has not lived up to anything worth talking about. And then not being able to have access to this PTS server while other people who pay the exact same money, if not less, have access to it is not really fair. I'm sure they can find a way to look at your Uplay account, see if you have gold, see if there are some things that you've done, and give you access if you are a console player. And if you have a PC and you are willing to install and run it and test it out and check things out. I don't see why that would be a big problem. They should make that happen, and they should do it. And if they don't do it, that's really messed up. And in my opinion, bad business.
Never answer legit questions? Well, that's not kind of true. We have been.
And on that note, I'm done. Thank you guys. I don't have anything else to say about this, about any of that. Originally, I didn't want to do this kind of video for this state of the game because I knew that I was gonna get upset, and I knew that I didn't want to really get angry about this stuff. But anyway, for the people who requested me to do this video, I hope you are happy. I hope that this gives some people some insight on my opinion on this PTS server and why you should not be hyping this shit up, because it's not worth hyping up. Call it what it is. Call it what it is. They want you to test the game for them. So on that note, I am Khan, TDK, Mr. So Real. Appreciate you guys so much for all of the love and support. I have seen numbers of subscribers going up and up and up, and it keeps going up, and it really makes me happy. And it makes me happy to know that even though the views and stuff aren't doing that great, because I know people don't really like the Division as much as they used to a couple months ago, but to know that the subscribers are going up means that there are still people who are interested in hearing a real opinion and not some store-bought, kind of bribed hype train opinion of the game. If you like some of the people who talk highly of the game and have nothing but good words to say about the game, then more power to you. I'm not knocking your hustle. If those are the kinds of things that you want to hear to feel good about the game, then fine, perfectly great. But on this channel, if it smells like bullshit, we're calling it out. Just so you know. All right, so I'm Con TDK. This is So Real. I'm gone.